Okay, Wi-Fi plus 3G, 64 gig. This one.
My hair is fluffy and it's really fucked up because I have a really ugly haircut. But this brings me to the main topic of my video. That happens a lot with queers and gay people. They get really ugly haircuts. So I have a really ugly haircut to solidify my life. You see, solidified, but it's like herstory, so it's solidify. God, I have a fucking headache. Like, I have a pimple on my forehead. I get cysts all over my body. I had a cyst on the top of my butt crack that I had to get surgically removed late last year. And again, really embarrassing. Well, it actually wasn't really embarrassing. The nurse that did it was a nurse that's like been working on my body since I was like 16. So I'm not really shocked. Don't be shocked. But yeah, I mean, what does this mean? All these things. I sound like Tokyo Tony. Okay, listen, normalize sometimes when you talk you sound like Tokyo Tony. Normalize sometimes when you speak your thoughts aren't coherent. That's the brain, that is what my brain has reconstructed to. Like, I'm not kidding. What's on top of my head, like, I don't even know how to fix it. Like, I cut it this way. And I've given myself a lot of bad haircuts. And some people are like, I don't, like, notice when you change up your hair because I'm black and people are racist. Some people are like, I don't really notice when you do something, like, different to your hair. I don't actually think it's because people are racist. I just think white people have, like, this thing. Like, I don't know if you've been around a predominantly white group as, like, a black person. You could literally do anything to your hair, and a white person will be like, I never noticed. I mean, that's fair because I don't really notice white people's hair either. Like, I didn't notice, like, what a greasy hair meant, or, like, when a white person's hair looks bad until, like, maybe last year, because, honestly, I don't give a fuck. I didn't care to, like, know, hey, this is what's going on with their hair, because, and it's not like I don't give a fuck in a rude way. I don't give a fuck in, like, I don't care enough to, like, critique and be like, your hair looks greasy. Like, I don't care. Like, I have enough of my issues to worry about. So maybe it's, like, the same way of just, like, I don't care. But I think this haircut is, like, noticeable that it's kind of bad. Like, and I talk about it all the time because I can't stop myself. So, like, I'm not really gay because, like, I like women. I'm just gay because I have a bad haircut and I was a barista for, like, a month in 2024. No, I was a barista for a month in 2025. And, let me tell you something. It's the hardest job I've ever had. No, it wasn't the hardest job I ever had. Well, it was a job that I really, 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 really hated because I hated my big head ass manager. And I feel comfortable saying that because she genuinely had the biggest fucking head ever. Like, and you know what? I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad saying that. I don't feel bad saying a lot of things that I say in my life that I should feel bad for. And this one feels very deserving. So here's how I met this big-headed person. I was going to say a bad word, but I feel like I've already been, like, hitting this girl. And I don't really want to say the B word. I don't really want to use the B word hatefully today because I saw a really fucked up video where this guy was like, you fucking bitch. I'm not gonna say that, but she was, how can I describe her without using that word? Let's just say she was a big-headed fucking lollipop. And I'll say this because she would just say a bunch of shit that she would never do, and it would piss me off. Because she would always be, like, bossing me around. And I know that she was my boss. But what I really don't rock out with in a job is, like, when they try to boss me around too much. Because, like, after you show me how to do a job, I'm doing it right. Please don't micromanage me because I have a gun. Okay, I don't have a gun. Jesus. I'm still working at places. Like, I can't be, like, saying I have a gun. But I do have a gun. If you're watching me, I have a gun. But if you're my boss, then I don't have a gun. Do you understand? Okay. A lot of things in my life are changing. a lot of things. But anyway, I hated this girl because she would always try to tell me what to do. And, like, that is really a big problem for me in jobs because I just really cannot fucking stand that. So she would always do that, and it pissed me off. So then I started showing up to work, like, 30 minutes late. And then I went to New York, and I told her that, like, at the beginning of the job that I was going to New York. But I guess she forgot. And I didn't really, like, completely figure out scheduling yet. But I also fucking hated her, so I didn't care. So I was like, I'm in New York now. I'm not coming to work tomorrow. And she was like, and then she texted me like 5 days later and like, you're fired. And I was like, yes, thank God. Like, genuinely thank God. And it's not like being a barista was hard. Like, it wasn't hard at all. It was like a pretty easy job. I was trying to focus on pulling good shots of coffee, but all they cared about was Dubai chocolate. Like, bitch, I'm not kidding you. Like, I was trying to figure out, okay, because I was getting adjusted to this coffee machine. And I do know a bit about espresso because, like, look at me. Like, look at me. I look like a bitch that knows a lot about espresso. Like, I do know a lot about espresso, but I've only worked with my coffee machine. I've only worked with my mocha pot and my Breville and my Keurig and my Nespresso. I've worked with a lot of different coffee machines, but, like, you understand, like, an industrial, like, coffee machine that you would see in a Starbucks is different than the coffee machine that you have at home, obviously. So, like, I was getting adjusted to that and, like, pulling shots to see, like, what tastes better. Pulling shots of espresso is just, like, making cups of espresso and seeing, like, it tastes good. Because sometimes you'll taste an espresso and it tastes, like, either grassy or too, like, acid. It tastes, like, too much acidic. It'll taste like a fucking tangerine, which is really weird, like a dirty tangerine, and you don't want that. But anyway, I was focused on that, and these bitches were focused on, like, making Dubai matcha chocolate. Like, literally, like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? I hate certain things that, like, focus too much on trends. That being said, my food truck did do a Dubai chocolate strawberry thing, but that was my mom's, like, little side project. Like, I'm not gonna be like, don't do that. Like, it was something that she wanted to do. But it wasn't, like, something that I took over, or, you know, like, we were only focused on. It's the only thing that we're fucking doing. And you know what I did? And, you know, I'm not gonna say it, because I don't want to violate, but I left a bad review. I did. I'm sorry. This video is about me being gay. Also, while I was at that job, one of the little queers there, and I feel completely fine calling this guy a little fucking queer. One of the little queers are like, what is your pronouns? He, like, asked me twice. I was like, Shawty, I said I don't give a fuck. I was like, I don't care. He kept asking me, and I thought he was being, like, funny. And he probably was being funny, but, like, let me not go too hard. Let me not go too hard on this boy. Let me not go too hard on him. But, like, boy, you don't got room to speak on shit. I'll just leave it there. You don't have room to speak on shit. Like, do not listen. This is so awful, and I know I'm an asshole. But if your life is, how do I say this? I don't care if you criticize me, and I view your life as a life that I do not want to live. I will come for you. I will say awful things about you. Like, I will say fucked up shit about you if you say fucked up shit about me. Like, don't do that. And I'm not that type of person, but it's just like, cool off. Anyway, and then this other big-headed bitch at the job. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm trying. I really don't want to say that word. Even though I am a woman, I can say it. But, like, I'm trying not to. I'm trying to move away from that word. It's so evil. It's evil-hearted. But anyway, this big-headed bitch, like, I was mopping the floor one time, and she comes behind me, and she's like, yeah, you see where you mopped, and you see where there's streaks in the floor? You probably want to get that up. So what did I do? I giggled. I went outside. I smoked my cigarette. I left. Bitch, fuck you. Like, it's genuinely so hard out here for a pimp. Okay, no. But, like, some odd, like, years ago, I found out that I might be a homosexual. I found that out. No, I'm just kidding. I never found that out. Like, that was never a thing that I found out. I never was like, I'm a homosexual. I never said that to myself. Well, maybe I did. No, actually, I do. No, I never said I'm a homosexual. Where's my Alani? That's how you say it. Where's my Alani? I drank this whole thing and started twerking. It's 9. But, yeah, I never said that. I had always been, like, playfully bisexual. Because I think, like, a part of me, I don't know if this makes sense to anybody or anybody will get it. Like, a part of me was, like, smart people are either bisexual or homosexual, because it really does not make sense. It doesn't really make sense for me to, like, I can't really comprehend not exploring and, like, experimenting with, like, a bunch of different people. And I don't mean that in a whorish way, but, like, I just mean that, like, whether you're, like, it's mentally or sexually, like, I can't really understand that or wrap my head around not doing that. I really just couldn't. But I also feel like homosexuals, like myself, like other people, like, are more prone to experimenting because the normative thing is to be heterosexual, so therefore you're probably going to dabble in that first and then go out to things. But I think the smart thing to do in life, I could not comprehend this, like, even when I was, like, 12 years old, I could not comprehend just being, like, straight and not experimenting at all, because I'm like, there's so many different people in the world, and I don't care what that, like, makes me. I never had, like, a stigma in my mind. I remember me being homosexual for one point in my life, but that's because I lived in Atlanta, and I lived in Atlanta in, like, a straight black culture, and, like, some of the straight black culture in Atlanta is so, like, homophobic because there are so many gay people there, which kind of sounds, like, ridiculous, but a lot of things that, like, you see in that come off, like, a lot of things that are in minority in some places or whatever's, like, being gay, being bisexual, like, in Atlanta, like, and it is a majority in well, it's not really even a majority, but something that is, like, more popular, because it's not really a majority. It's more popular in a place like Atlanta to be, like, a gay male or a bisexual male. There's so many black gay men in Atlanta, and that's very cool and very nice seeing, because I'm with the people. But, I did witness a lot of, that was, like, the most that I heard slurs ever. And it's really crazy to me because there are so many gay people in that city. But, like, that is when I, like, really was hearing so many slurs towards gay women, towards gay men. Like, I was seeing so much homophobia, and I didn't really understand that, so that really rubbed off on me. And I remember, like, a point, like, in, like, maybe 5th grade, where, like, me and my friend were talking. He's more progressive than me. He's a little genius, and he was like, why don't you like gay people? And I was like, I like, you wouldn't be friends with gay people? And I was like, no, I wouldn't be friends with gay people. I said that, and, like, to think back of that, that's crazy. But I don't really remember the transition I had, because then in 6th grade, I was, like, completely, like, an ally. Like, I was pretty gay myself. I was saying gay shit all the time in the 6th grade. Like, I was saying very, very gay shit. Like, I fully had a crush on Cara Delevingne, and, like, I won't get into the freaky shit that I was saying and doing, but I was a little freak in 6th grade. I was a freak. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you, bud. I was a fucking freak. I was a little homosexual freak. Like, that transition really fucking scares me, because I have no idea how the 5th went to 6th. I genuinely do not know. It boggles my mind. I don't know. I don't know what happened, or, what I watched. Maybe I was more on YouTube. Did I watch Orange is the New Black? I think Orange is the New Black made me not homophobic. Shout out Netflix. I think that is really what made me not homophobic, now that I'm thinking about it. Either that or The Fosters. It was, like, one of those shows with, like, because I remember watching one of those shows, and I know I watched one of those shows pretty young, and that would have been the transitional period into, like, the 6th grade. I don't know. But anyway, so after that, I was pretty, like, cool, cozy, because, I've always been interested in, like, both, pretty much, in a way. So, yeah, I don't know. So then in high school, still pretty much both interested. And like I said in my last video, I didn't really have, like, a need to be in a relationship with anybody till college. I didn't want to be in a relationship with anybody until college. So that's when I started kind of exploring that more. And my sophomore year of college, I actually got outed. and I don't know if you could really call it outed, because I was never really in the closet, because I've always been, like, if anybody asks, I'd just be like, like, I'm kind of, I had one sister, and this is the sister that outed me. I had one sister that would badger into my, like, sexuality and what I was doing, and honestly, I wasn't doing anything sexually, so I didn't really want to speak on it, so I would just, like, kind of not try to avoid it, but she would be very point blank with me, and, like, I don't know if you know this, but if you're in the closet or kind of, like, ambiguous in that way, a lot of times you'll just be like, yeah, I like who I like, but I would say things like that, and then she would be like, are you straight, though? And I'd be like, oh, come on, man, like, we're in your fucking living room. And then she, like, went snooping on my channel, which isn't, like, a private thing in my life. It's in my link in my Instagram. Check out my Instagram. It's private, but hey, I'll accept you. I don't know why I said that, but you don't have to check out my Instagram. What am I doing on my Instagram? Posting stupid gay shit? Sorry. Yeah, my sister, yeah. So she found my channel. She watched, like, all of my videos. She went back and told my family that I had a girlfriend for 3 years. Not true. I didn't have a girlfriend until, like, not 3, like, was not fucking true. That was idiotic. She told my whole family this, and she went to my sister crying, like, I can't believe she wouldn't feel comfortable telling me this. Of course I wouldn't feel comfortable telling you this. We're not cool. Like, some members of your family you're cool with, and, like, you can genuinely have a conversation with, but just because we're family does not mean that I like you. And I don't mean to be an asshole. And that goes, like, for any part of your family. That goes for you. That's like anybody. It's bullshit for me to be like, oh, I like all my family. Oh, we're all friends. Like, I respect you. I love you. I don't like some of you. And I bet some people feel the same way. Like, it's fine. Tootsie Pop. It's completely fine. But yeah, especially after you badger. Okay, first of all, I would like to say, not only would she question me, like, are you straight? She would also say, like, super fucked up. Like, she would say super homophobic things. And then I would be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't. But she would say, you know the way some families just kind of, or some members or some people just say, like, homophobic shit in front of you, and you're like, I don't rock with you. And especially as a person that wasn't really, I was kind of in the in-between, I still am now, I'm like, I don't really care to do that with you. And why does it matter? So yeah, I went through this whole thing, and even into last year, like, it was like a big thing, like, we accept you. I don't give a fuck. That's what pissed me off. I think what pissed me off so much about, like, being outed was the fact that people made it, like, this big deal. Because the reason I didn't tell you was not because I was scared. It was just because I didn't want to or care to. I didn't feel the need to. So now that you're like, we don't care what you do. First of all, you do. Because you are doing things differently. And the rhetoric that you've said, the things that you said, the things that you're doing now, the way that you're talking now, I know you do care, but the reason I didn't tell you is because I do not give a fuck. I don't care about that. Like, that is such an infinitesimal part of my life, is the gender of the person that I am screwing. I don't give a fuck to tell you that. I just don't. Especially, like, with some members of my family, we're not even close. You're just my family member. Like, I don't know what to say. Maybe I'm being too personal, but I honestly don't give a fuck. Like, this is like, it doesn't matter to me, but, like, I think that's what pissed me off the most, and that's what because I remember, like, a part of last year, I was thinking back to it, and I was like, fuck you, dude, like, fuck you for going back, watching all my videos, and then telling everybody in the family this thing, and making it, like, sound like I'm some closeted gay person. That's not true. I was never closeted. You just did not know this thing about me because I thought you were weird and I didn't want to share it with you. That's it. I was not closeted to everybody else. I was not closeted to my friends. You are just the only person that I didn't tell. And that's just, like, because you're weird. And I fucking, like, I don't know, get unweird. I don't know. it is so, but I literally, like, I was just thinking about that, how much I fucking hated having that taken away from me and having people just, like, I don't know how to explain it. Having people just be like, oh, it's okay. I know it's supposed to be like, oh, it's okay. Fuck off! Leave me alone! Move! I fucking hated that shit. Like, I don't know. So it's a plethora of things. And then also, like, nobody believes I'm bisexual, which is just so weird to me. Everybody's like, you're gay, you're lesbian. I remember, like, I was talking to somebody, like, last year. Or who was I won't name who I was talking to, because I don't actually want to, like, if any of this gets, I don't know if this, but you know what I'm saying. I don't want to be, like, too, but they were like, and you lied and said that you were bisexual so you could get I didn't lie. I am. Like, I genuinely am. I don't know why, like, just because I like to wear masculine clothing, that's more of my gender expression than, like, not liking both. Like, I can fully like both. I do. I'm telling you I do. Now, would I rather marry a woman because I really do not like men and conversing with them? Yes. But sexuality-wise, who I'm attracted to, I'm attracted to both fucking things. Like, I won't even say unfortunately, because I do hate women. But I don't feel that it's unfortunate, actually. I don't know why I was going to say that. I think that was, like, a thing that people say, like, I'm bisexual, I'm straight, unfortunately. That's not true. I don't care. I like men. I like watching gay men kiss. I like watching women kiss. I like watching women and men kiss. I like watching non-binary people make out. I like to watch people fucking. And I'm a bit perverted in that way. And I love it. I love to see it. That's me. That's fully fucking me. I'm a full, bona fide fucking freak. That is me. That's me. Like, I don't know. That's all I have to say. There's so many people. Oh. Heated rivalry, great show, more butt sex. I don't know. Okay, maybe I'm going on the deep end. Also, why did they take South Park off of HBO Max? That's like that one. You guys know that Charlamagne the God video where he's like, so who's your sister? Jesus. I need to watch that in editing. Something crisp for you. Oh my god. I have so many stories. I'm really doing this to get this out, but also, like, I haven't really ever done, like, a bunch of videos, like, back to back. But, like, it gets me used to doing YouTube and gets me to really love it, and also post videos without thinking, which is nice because I would always think too much. But anyway, I was working at Sweet Green for, like, almost a year. For almost a year? Yeah. I worked there for, like, the greater part of a year. Or maybe, I don't know. But I had this, my first general manager was amazing. He was a great guy. He was really cool. He reminded me of my father. I loved him. My second general manager was this, like, really wimpy white guy. And he was a fucking pussy. I can't state it enough. Like, I really enjoy these videos. Am I gonna have to delete this at some point? I don't care. We can talk shit. I'm not deleting it. I think something important in this society is comfortably talking shit about things. Shout out to Io Adebri when she was shit-talking J-Lo. And then she had to do SNL with J-Lo. Shout out to her. Some artists are shitty. Some things are shitty. Some people are shitty. And it's okay to talk about them. It's okay to be a true, bona fide hater all the way through your fucking life. Shout out Patti LuPone. People fucking hurt her, and she might be an awful person. But she has never stopped talking shit. She has never stopped talking shit about what she believes in. Do you know why? Because it feels amazing. It feels fucking good. It feels great to talk shit. It feels 100%. Anyway, I had this little bitch general manager, and, sorry, I don't know why I call it. I had too much of Lottie. I don't have that many feelings towards him. I just thought he was idiotic and didn't know how to do the job, and that's pretty much it. But he was telling me this story. Actually, I don't know if I want to tell that because that's a bit personal, and it's not even about him; it's about his wife. So no, I won't be saying that. But he just had some weird shit about like. No, I don't want to say. But just some like. I don't want to say that. But, well, it's undisclosed. You don't know these people. But basically, my manager was like, yeah, my wife used to be a lesbian, and she told me that, like, I was the most lesbian guy. Ew. Yuck. Ugh. Guys, chat. I mean, nobody knows this. I guess maybe you could. I guess you maybe could spot this down, but I don't really, like, who am I outing? An in lesbian? Like, I'm outing a straight woman? Anyway, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be saying these things. I'm not outing anybody. Somebody outed me, guys. God, look at my fucking haircut. This is how all gay people wear their hair. But yeah. I cannot believe this shit. I cannot believe this shit. Yeah, I feel depressed. I used to eat Sweetgreen. Shout out to Sweetgreen. I can never go there again, but shout out to them. But yeah, I could never go there again. It's super scary. I can't go there again because I used to work there, and there's only like 2 where I live, and I'm scared to go to either one. To be honest, I'd love their salads. I really do. The salad that I would make was OG. Like, it was good as fuck. The salad that I would make, off of this planet, amazing. But yeah, I don't know. I love it. What shall I say? I don't know. This has been great. I have nothing really to say other than smoke weed, do drugs, smoke cigarettes, have gay sex, have straight sex, do it all. Do anal. I've done a lot of freaky stuff in my life because I'm a pervert. And that has nothing to do with my sexuality, nothing to do with my gender, but everything to do with my sick mind. And I think it's really important to state that. I think it's really important for people to know that about me. That's way more important than my sexuality. My sexuality is nothing. It's not straight, bisexual, everything on top of everything. I'm a pervert.
Hey, Mom. Eric? You might as well go buy some cigarettes, too, because I like to have a smoke after I get good and fucked. You want to fuck me, Mom? Just say so. Go ahead, here.